Next presenter for today is Tomasz Mucha, who will be presenting My Road to Ferpection, a story from the publishing industry. Since 2016, Tomasz has been working for Nokia, currently as a test engineer. He mainly takes care of test automation. His background features some experience outside IT, including journalism, educational videos production, working as a book editor, and TV shows translator. He is keen on languages and not only the natural ones. Please welcome Tomasz. Tomasz, the screen is yours to share.
Hello, thank you very much. And well, uh, as you already know, uh, uh, excuse me, I would like to ask, can you see my presentation right now? I hope that yes. Well, what can I tell from the start? Working as a test engineer for Nokia, and I didn't see it coming, I must say, because when I was younger, my ultimate dream job was to be a journalist writing about video games. When I was a bit older, I dared to try. I wrote a 3 pages long piece and sent it to CD Action magazine, and much to my surprise, they answered, "It's okay for print." And I was like, wow, I will impress everyone at school because, come on, I'm 17 years old and I got published on CD Action. And what did you do with your life? What happened next? After a few months of waiting, the day came and I saw my article printed, and also I got paid. And the only thing they forgot to print was my name under the article. So basically, I did not impress anyone, but uh, I learned two important lessons at once. And the first lesson I learned was that you can get paid for writing things. And the second lesson was that, as you see, no matter what you will write, something will definitely go wrong. And for the rest of my life, I'm trying to get paid for writing. And I worked as a translator, I worked as a journalist, I worked as a book editor, and so now I'm writing code in Python. And what I would like to tell you today is how my career in the publishing industry shaped my view on IT testing and bug hunting. And well, what I did do right, what did I do wrong, and in the end, I would like to put your bug hunter's instinct to a test, and there will be a quiz. And I can tell you from the start that to join the quiz, you should visit the web page. Uh, you you should see the address at the top of my screen. But if there is any problem, I will try to get rid of this pesky Teams bar. Okay, I hope you can see now the web address, and it's www.menti.com, and there's an access code, and you can join me right now or later during the quiz. And getting back to the story of my life, I mentioned two lessons. There's also a third lesson I learned sometime later. The third lesson is that when you are get paid for writing, one day you will have to write about things you have no idea about. And to give you some example from my life, well, when I was 21, I was told to write an article about stuck parties. Maybe you know what is stuck party? It's the last party you have as a man before you get married. And at the time, there were many foreigners, mainly British people, coming to my town for their stag party. So we needed a text in our newspaper about such phenomenon. And well, I was totally not an expert at stag partying, being 21 and never ever attending a stag party before. So what did I do? I just joined a random group of British people in a pub, and I was pretty shy, and I believe it's a kind of drawback for a journalist, but luckily someone spilled a beer on my shoulder, and the guy wanted to apologize, so he bought me a beer, and then in like 2 or 3 hours, I had something to tell about stack partying, and still my text was lacking some professional touch. But luckily, one of my friends was working as a security guard as a pub, and I've had another friend who was a bartender. So they shared stories of their life with me, and after like 3 days, I was able to write something on stack parties. It was okay for print. Uh, and on the contrary, to give you a quite a different example, many years ago, I've been doing a translation, and the translation was a book I translated was entitled "Into the Silent Land." I can show it to you even, and it was devoted to Christian meditation. And I wasn't an expert in this matter as well, and my personal opinion, the book is pretty good, at least in original, and I'm still hoping to understand it one day. And you might say, well, that's no surprise what you're telling us, because no one expects a translator or a journalist to be an expert on on everything he or she writes about. And that's why we need bug hunters in our publishing industry. We've got book editors, we've got proofreaders, and all these guys taking care of your text and hunting down errors and mistakes. But, well, I can tell you, and I told you before, I have been a book editor too, being definitely not an expert. I wrote drawn a little chart for you, and it may take some time before it loads. But well, I want to explain uh, how does it look to be a book editor. It's the person working as a liaison between the author and translator, and proofreader, and the management of the publishing house. And general book editor is the person who should catch every possible factographic or logical error appearing in the text. So when the book hits the shelves and there is a mistake here, it's not author's fault, it's editor's fault. So there's a bit of pressure, and the books which I had an honor to edit were like, well, one of them was about sexuality in modern Arab world. There was another one about biological aspects of death, and yet another one about geopolitics in modern Russia, and so on and so on. There were so many, well, branches in which I definitely wasn't an expert. Of course, I've had some real experts to ask, but the responsibility was always mine. Catch them all, to catch the errors, to catch the bugs. And despite being not an expert, I was able to do it. And what I would like to tell today is that art of asking questions and art of finding bugs, finding errors, is not definitely linked to your knowledge. I'm working in a telecom company for 5 years right now, and I definitely wouldn't call myself a mobile network expert. However, in my opinion, I've met exactly one man who is a mobile network expert, by which I understand he was able to answer every possible question I produced. And I know that for this man, gathering this knowledge took about 20 years. And we do not have 20 years in most cases. And getting back to the publishing industry, there are automatic tools finding errors. And in most cases, they will do their job just all right, because they will find most grammar errors. They can fix the style a bit, can issue some warnings for you, and there is 90% of errors in natural language that could be automatically, but still the 10% is left, and these are the interesting bugs. These are the bugs for which we are living, for which you are the editor, the bug hunter. And of course, I won't give you some examples. I will not tell you any book title or the publishing house name because the errors were fixed, of course. But first one, I'm not sure if you can see it already. I can read it for you loud. The first excerpt was from a Scandinavian detective novel, and from the start, I can tell you there is error. This paragraph, there is error, and the paragraph goes like, "Are you sure that he was speaking Russian, not Kazakh?" asked the detective. "They may sound similar, but he was speaking perfect Russian like a Lomonosov University professor," she answered. And as a bug hunter, as a book editor, I will first check the institution name because, well, that's the place where I would expect something to be wrong, on my experience. So first off, I would check if there is any Lomonosov University. And luckily, there is such a place. Then, is this parallel valid? Would a Lomonosov University professor speak perfect Russian? It seems that yes, because Lomonosov University is placed in Russia. So, what is left? We've got one assertion left here in this text. That's Russian and Taxi Kazakh. You may say, well, maybe at least they share the common alphabet. But when you try to read on, or when you go to YouTube and try to hear people, find some people speaking Russian and Kazakh, you will soon notice that they do not resemble each other, and Kazakh is, well, more similar to Turkish, and is definitely not a Slavic language. So we've got our bug found, and it was an easy one to fix because just we had to drop the part that these languages are similar, and the rest of the paragraph was perfectly clear. And it's still an easy one. I will show you a harder one, uh, and it's for the studies. It looks like a hell for a book editor because it's full of facts, it's full of dates, names, and everything has to be checked upon. And as in my belief, the proper way to work as a book editor is to construct as many questions as it is possible. In this case, many questions can be can be posed. I believe we've got some network problems. Do we? Will try to. I will try to refresh my call. Hello. I hope we hear each other. Well, maybe it's uh, okay. And are you able to see my screen? What I'm sharing?
Yes, yes. Everything's okay.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's go on. Uh, well, this paragraph looks like a hell for a book editor. Uh, and well, when you check the facts one by one, uh, there was a Sabena airline plane hijacked 1972, and people mentioned here Benjamin Netanyahu and also Ehud Barak. They really were commando. They really took part in the counter-terrorist operation, uh, and the whole scene indeed took place near Tel Aviv at an airport, which was not Ben Gurion Airport at the time, because in 1972 this airport was named Lod Airport, 1973, the name was changed to Ben Gurion to honor the first Israel's, I believe, prime minister who passed away in 1973. It is it's an example of bug hard to find and almost impossible to find in an automated way. And after sharing with you these two examples, I would like to, as I told you before, I would like to put your backhunter instinct to a test, and we'll be going to we're fixing Wikipedia a tiny bit. Wikipedia is a friend of editor because when you can trust it so much, you can always find some type of things that could be relevant for what you're working on. And today we'll go find back fix it. And in a minute, I will show you an article we'll be working on, and I try to make this competition fairer. Uh, So I chose a topic which should be exactly difficult for everyone. So the article we'll be working on looks like this. Yep. Daniel, are we able to see it?
I believe so far so good. So yes.
Okay, that's great. Before we start to fix any errors here, it will be good to know what is it about. And I will give you a minute to take a look at the screenshot. And in a minute, I will be asking you a question. There will be three options given, and you will have to decide what is it about. Let me reach for my stopwatch. Okay, and the minute starts now. If you want to join me, I will remind you once again, you can go to www.menti.com and there is an access code, it's 3416783. And there are 20 seconds left. Okay, our minute has passed. Let me see if there is anyone with me. Still waiting for players. Yep. There are so many people, and let's go. Faster you answer, the more points you will get. And the countdown has started. Let's go. You've got half a minute to answer. And we've got three options. The article could be about a plant, about human blood vessels, or maybe about a river. Time is up. Oh, okay. Something went wrong. Our platform says, I don't know why yet. Let's advise me to reload my browser. So sorry for that. And I will try to do it. And if the problem will persist, I will try to launch the quiz again, and I apologize to you for the inconvenience. Well, that's how it goes. Yep. Okay. We've had 6 answers, and well, congratulations, because 5 of you gave me the right answer. And I hope we'll be able to see the leaderboard. Just please don't let me down. Yep. We can see that our leader currently is Simba, who was the fastest. But still, the competition is on, and Paradox is right behind Simba, not to mention the rest of the competition. And there is one question left to gather the first of 2 prizes. Let me give the second question to you. Okay, and once again, I will ask Daniel if we can see the slide.
I believe everything is so far okay.
Yep, I'm very glad. So once we know it is about a river, uh, now it will be more difficult one. Could you please tell me what's the river's name? And I will leave you with this slide for like 2 minutes. And please try to guess what could be the river's name. If I was going to give an hint for you, uh, there are few characters that are intelligible, and I would advise you to hold on to them. 30 seconds passed. And a minute is left for you. And 40 seconds left. 15 seconds. And time is up. Once I will proceed to the question, you will not see the article anymore. And I hope that by now you can tell the river's name. I will start countdown. And you've got a minute to type in your answer. This time there are no options. You have to use your keyboard. half a minute. Let me see. Okay, I think I got it. And the correct answer is, well, like I say, it seems so fitting. It's bug. I see that one person answered Bug River, which unfortunately was not counted as a correct answer. And let me see the leaderboard. Manuel. Yep. I believe that our winner is Manuel. And well, to collect the prize, you can contact me after the presentation, and I will share an email with you at the end. Because I have no other option to verify who you are, but we are all men of honor. So I put trust in you, and well, uh, I may say we have found the bug, but I told you from the start there is a mistake in this article, and here it goes. Because as you see, there is a hyperlink in the Wikipedia article about the bug river, and this hyperlink uh, leads us to a Pokemon website. And the question is, what happened? Why did it happen? And I will leave you for 3 minutes with this web page. And then our second contest will start. And well, to make things a bit easier, I can tell you now that the language you see here is Armenian. So just to remind, the question is what happened, why there is a Pokemon reference here. And first minute passed. As for the prizes, I've got for you an official TestDive bug and also official TestDive blanket. So I believe the bug goes to testant Manu, and the blanket, let me see, a minute and a half left. 40 seconds left. Ten seconds left. And let's go. You can type in your answer now. And I will be waiting for your answers for like next 2 minutes. And the first minute has passed. Okay, it sounds similarly. But what is similar to what? Good one. Uh, nope, article isn't related to electricity. It's our article about the river bug. And yes, something sounds similar to something. Uh, 2 minutes are up, but I still will be waiting for a question, for an answer, of course. So, for some hint, I can tell you that there is some Pokemon character which name sounds similar to, well, something related to the Bug River. Bug River. No, but I like this answer very much. Yes, name of Pokemon sounds similar. Uh, just to be correct, it's not a Pokemon. It's a character from the Pokemon universe. Okay, to give you another hint, because 4 minutes passed, uh, there is a book river tributary, so a river flowing into a river, which name sounds similar to some character from Pokemon universe. What's the name of the character, or what's the name of the tributary? And Daniel, could you tell me if we still have some time?
Yes, we have about 8 minutes left.
Okay, so let's give it a try. Nope, not Hydra. Rather no. And well, let me give you another minute. And if we don't get through it, both prizes will go to contestants from the first question. Uh, nope, not as 40 seconds left. And 20 seconds. Nope, it wasn't Dash. Okay, time is up. Let me get back to the little board from the first contest to remind you who get the prizes for today. Okay, so the winner is Manuel, and the second contestant was Jakub. So Jakub gets the official test dive blanket, and please contact me after the presentation. And getting back to our answer, well, there is a book tributary called Brock, and in Armenian it seems it's spelled in the very same way as a character Brock from Pokemon. That's why the hyperlink is well, it's leading us into a wrong place, and we didn't fix it in 5 minutes, but that's how it is in real life. So thank you very much. Uh, Thank you very much for so many answers, and I'm glad that you joined me. And that's all for today from my side. Here you can see the email address where you can reach me. It's testdive@nokia.com. If we have any times for any question, or if there is any question, well, Daniel, I give the microphone back to you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for that presentation. Very interesting correlation with finding bugs and a career with journalism. I never really thought of trying to correlate there, and I never knew there were so many similar things. So thank you for sharing that, and thank you for that very fun game. Even though we're remotely hosting this conference, we could still have some fun games through the internet. So that was a really great idea. So thanks for that. So now is time for questions and answers. If anyone has any questions, be sure to write them in our Discord channel, and make sure to find Tomasz Mucha in the Discord channel, and in that channel, write your questions. In the meantime, we have one question for you. Did you make a lot of mistakes, or did you screw up badly in your career?
Uh, I'm sure I did. And possibly some of the mistakes still wait to be discovered. And well, what I regretted the most was getting in a quarrel between me and the translator because I was mad at the translator that she doesn't care and she misses up the facts which for me are just easy to things that are easy to translate and easy to check. And the translator responded that, "Come on, you are doing mistake yourselves when you're correcting my mistakes. That's not fair. You're worse than me." And well, I at first I thought it has taught me something, taught me a lesson, and I regretted it for some time. But then I think it all sorted out well because if we didn't tell each other that we're not doing good job, we would never correct our mistakes we did. So well, that's what I can say.
Okay, okay. Thank you for that. Uh, for the time being, even though we're out of time for now, but if anyone else has any more questions, be sure to ask them in our Discord channel, and Tomasz will try to answer them as soon as he can. So it's never too late to ask questions. And for now, once again, thank you, Tomasz, for your presentation.